here we are with Peter Chapman-Smith. Peter, you're the academic convener of the GP-CME meeting here in Rotorua.
Yes, that's right.
So 2015 Rotorua, a success?
It's actually been a surprisingly robust meeting, and though we've reached the maturity of this meeting in recent years, it continues to grow.
Yeah. The word that people are using for this meeting is that there's a vibe about the meeting. There's something different about it. Like it's the social aspects. I mean, the academic stuff is always very robust, as it always is, but the social stuff just continues to grow and grow and grow, and the networking as well.
You can feel it, it's palpable. And I guess personally I was aware of that about 3 years ago. People are talking about it a lot now, but I have been involved in these sort of meetings actually for about 30 years, and this particular meeting for getting on for 20 years. So it's not an overnight thing. We've worked at it for a long time, but I think the key ingredients for that palpable vibe, familiarity and family practitioners knowing what they're going to get, that the quality of the speakers continues to grow, the support from speakers in their own specialist fields has been increasingly of great quality, and it's noticeable that a number of speakers or clinics that want to perhaps promote the message of their area in medicine are now coming as teams rather than individually. So quite a few of the sessions have multiple speakers, which gives conflict, different perspective, and frankly a lot more interesting presentations. That's deliberate. It's been a slow rise over time, and it's popular. But for GPs coming, they know what they're going to get. They like the venue. Rotorua is fantastic. It's at the centre of the hub in the North Island, if you like. But surprisingly, a large number come from the South Island, so it's not just a North Island event at all. And socially, you meet your friends from last year. I'm probably a year or two out of date, but I think the return registration was 57% about 2 years ago. In other words, more than half of the registrants were there the year before. So there's a high return rate of docs because I think they get high quality education or an opportunity to do so in areas that they choose. There's a lot of choice. So you're not just getting one or two topics. You can perhaps choose from 12 concurrent workshops if you don't like the plenary, which means that docs can follow their heart or what they need brushing up on or what's new they want to learn about. That's kind of exciting and reaffirming.
So two other parts of the program, the practice managers and the nurses, that seems to be very well attended as well.
It's actually an essential component of the meeting. It's not always that visible, but from my point of view as an organiser, I see it as an essential part of the program because general practice now is all about delivering health in teams. So if you're not working closely with your nurses, if you're not working closely in the business model as to how to deliver that well, then you frankly fail. You don't do it well. So the business managers do have their own kind of dedicated program for a day, and that's always varied and different each year. But they can, for example, then attend any of the other sessions, even the clinical sessions, throughout the meeting, and we encourage that. Same for the nurses. We have the best part of 300 practice nurses turn up on the Saturday, and it's terrific. They have their own program, they feel good about that, they have their own speakers, and they're welcome to attend the wider meeting. I think that's the way health's going.
So Christchurch is coming up in August. Tell me about that.
Well, it's a it's a mixed bag actually. We're excited to be going back to Christchurch. You wouldn't perhaps know, Mark, that when we first took this meeting to the South Island, that was a conscious decision, and that was the year the earthquake struck. So it was dreadful for Christchurch, and on a infinitesimally lesser scale, not so good for us because we had to reinvent the meeting somewhere else. In fact, we chose to go to from Christchurch to Dunedin that year, and Dunedin has served us well for a number of years. But it's a smaller city, it's harder to get to, and the facilities are not really perhaps as good as a larger city, especially as we see the meetings growing over time. So this year is with a little bit of the unknown. We're not too sure how it's going to go because it's going back to Christchurch. More the wider side of Christchurch, where do people sleep, where do they eat? That side of the conference is not quite so easy, but there are a number of hotels we've secured, and the venue is a very good one at the Horncastle Arena, which is in fact larger than here.
Yes.
I would predict that it's quite likely the South Island meeting will be as big as this within 2 or 3 years. And the reason for that, as I see it, just reading the trends over time, is that probably 50% of our delegates who register for the meeting come from the North Island to go south, as indeed plenty of South Islanders come north. It's become a New Zealand meeting, and people actually flip a coin as to where they're going to go, because they have different speakers and different programs,
Yes.
and that's deliberate.
Yeah,
Even some come to both.
that's right. Yes.
That's kind of fun.
Okay, so good luck for. Well, congratulations for this meeting, a huge success, and I'm sure Christchurch is going to be the same. We'll see you there then.
Thanks so much, mate.
Thank you.